Welcome everyone. Yes, today is Warhammer 40k day. I know nothing, absolutely nothing about Warhammer in general. Like, this is gonna be my first ever exposure to it. Like, I know Warhammer, it's like, it's like a tabletop thing. People like build, kits and paint it. I just like don't know the lore at all. So I was like, I already built Gunpla, I feel like it's sort of connected, Maybe I should get into Warhammer as well. So today I will be, discovering what this is. A lot of people have told me this is like where to start, right? We've got Bricky's video explaining every single Warhammer 40k faction. So I'm going to be watching this today. We're going to be watching part 1. It is a whole 50 minutes. Oh my god, there is a lot of lore, I guess. But if we have time, we could watch part 2 as well. I know Bricky from I know he collabs with Matara a lot. So that's where I know him from. And I know Matara also likes Warhammer. So we'll worry about my wallet later. Yeah, we don't I'm just watching video, guys. I'm not buying it or anything unless Alright, here we go. Every single Warhammer 40k faction explained part 1. Okay, let me know if I need to adjust the audio at all. Okay, here we go.
As someone who doesn't necessarily serve the Omnissiah, but someone who can appreciate them, you will not be getting my legs today, as I will be replacing
them. This is like 4 years old, I think.
Things depending on which faction we are currently talking about, to add a little bit more context and possible comedy.
He's just like a VTuber. Oh my, he really is just like a VTuber.
My name is Bricky, and this is going to be a long video and a large project that has been going on for quite some time. This is, I need 2 hands for this. This is every single Warhammer
there's music too in Warhammer?
race in kind of a nutshell, explained, a little bit of explanation, a little bit of lore, a little bit of talking about the tabletop, mostly lore, what they're all about, and also a little bit of background for those of you who just have no clue what Warhammer 40,000 is.
Me.
Now you see
That's me.
Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000.
I have no idea what any of this is. What country did Warhammer even originate from? Is it an American thing, an European thing? I don't know. The UK. Oh, it's from the British. The British invented Warhammer. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Is a universe people hear plenty of but don't know a whole lot about. They see, oh, there's these dudes in big power armor with chainsaw swords, and they got these big old green orcs, and there's some bugs over there, and everyone calls these guys weebs, and then there's these bitches
That's
over
me.
here. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Where
do I start? Well, this video is particularly for you, or for those of you who have a little bit of knowledge, but you're kind of curious about each of the different races and factions in Warhammer. Well, the Warhammer universe is vast when it comes to lore and background, and each different faction is so different with the things that they believe in, and some are human, some are transhuman, like when they all have all these crazy ass electronics on them. You've got aliens, and you've got the chaos factions, and there's so much to entail that I decided to embark on this.
I quite like aliens. I think those are the Necrons. I actually know something. When I was like making my thumbnail, I was like trying to find a couple factions, and I found Space Marines and Necrons. So that's what I used for my thumbnail. So I know something.
Project to tell you what each and every single one of them is about, and what the Warhammer universe is about as well, to give at least a little bit of an intro to this extremely bloated but very, very enjoyable world that I and many others partake in. So I will be explaining every single faction in the Warhammer 40k universe, at least all the factions you can play.
How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? 17 factions! 17! What? How are you supposed to keep track of anything? Well, I mean, okay. At least that's like a lot of things to pick from. I can see why a lot of people would be like excited to get into this. Because like, yeah. Don't worry, a lot of them are sub-factions. Oh, okay. Yeah, easy, you don't. Oh, okay, gotcha. That's the neat part, you don't. I see. It's missing at least 2, really. Is this outdated? I mean, it is from 4 years ago, this video. Or maybe like they just didn't include like the smaller factions? I don't know. You can call Sunny your battle sister after this video, yeah? Oh yeah, I think Sunny already knows a bunch about Warhammer. Yeah. I should talk to her about it after watching. It's like how there's 300 kinds of RX-78 and Zaku in gunpla, you know. Oh, okay. Thanks for explaining in gunpla terms.
And some.
Oh, what the heck? Wait, I think I accidentally exited the video.
Every
No! Oh boy. Here we go. We're in the section. What is Warhammer? Oh boy. It's like playing a card game. Lots of decks to choose from. I see. Just focus on the faction you like. I see. Okay.
What is Warhammer 40,000? Well, the 40,000 starts off is the year 40,000. The 41st millennium, that's where it takes place, is in the year 40,000, 41,000 AD. You're already more knowledgeable.
That makes a lot of sense.
First of many quotes in this video. It is the 41st millennium. For more than 100 years, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of Earth. He is the master of mankind by the will of the gods and master of 1,000,000 worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is a rotting carcass, writhing invisibly with power from the dark age of technology.
I'm already lost.
He is the carrion lord of the Imperium, for whom 1,000 souls are sacrificed every day so that he may never truly die. To be a man in such times is to be amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology and science, for so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned.
TLDR, he's
Forget the
Emuri.
promise of progress and understanding, for in the grim, dark future, there is only war.
War never changes, dayon. I thought 40K was how big the army was. I don't know what I thought. Yeah, I don't know where that number came. I had no thoughts. Had empty.
There is no peace amongst the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter and the laughter of thirsting gods. Everything blows. And it blows fucking hard. Warhammer is probably the most dark and depressing universes ever in fiction, or at least like
I love dark and depressing. Yeah, I like it when my media is like super depressing. I don't know, I just like stories like that. Okay, I'm interested.
Top 3. Everything is so absurdly horrible, destructive, or overpowered that it all kind of ends up canceling itself out. It's like Dota. War rages across the galaxy. Interstellar travel is only possible due to sacrificing 1,000 souls a day to a rotting carcass of a man who you believe to be your god. Demonic gods and just demons tear open the fabric of reality on a whim. Other Xenos or even other humans end up killing each other in untold billions across.
So like, are the gods real, or they're just like gods that are like, you know, like sort of how religion works? Like they don't like, we like, you know, they're not like a physical form, but like people worship them. I don't know. They're real, and all of them petty. Real in the sense that they're powerful supernatural entities. Oh, okay. Oh, there's gods, and he gets into them in part 2. I gotta get through part 1 to learn about what the gods are. Okay, gotcha. Oh, I see. All right.
The galaxy, it is a time of unending war, slaughter,
they're
and
real
a
and they can hurt you.
amongst
Oh no,
everybody.
They're scary.
Planets are deemed unrecoverable and are completely destroyed on a whim. Everything sucks.
Then where does everyone live?
Like the charm of it. See, everything in Warhammer is evil, but being evil is kind of fun. Like humanity, in its own right, is a xenophobic, prejudice, and religious zealot group that kill each other just as much as they kill all of their enemies. And they're like mid to high tier evil.
Wait, there's like an evil scale. I see. Cause like yeah, I thought they were like quote unquote evil factions and maybe like quote unquote like good factions. But is everyone just evil? It's just a matter of like how evil you are. I don't know. Part 1 is all about the humans. Oh, okay. Oh, they are all considered evil. Everyone is evil. Oh, okay. Evil universe. In the 41st millennium, everything is awful. War never changes, dayon. No, you're the bad guy no matter what. Gotcha.
On the evil scale of Warhammer, nobody is good. No matter who you are, everyone is some flavor, some color of evil. Whoever you pick,
he answered my question.
You are going to be the bad guy. But that's the fun of it. Because being the bad guy is badass.
Wait, that is cool. That is cool because you don't have to choose between good and bad. If everyone's just evil, you get to choose what shade of evil you are. Yeah, I see.
They're cool. They look cool. They got cool outfits. They got cool weapons. They got cool armies.
Wow.
Villains are cool, man. And when everyone is a villain, everyone is pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's what makes it so charming, is that everyone can be the bad guy.
Honestly, if I was in like an isekai and I got to choose whether to be the hero or villain, I would be the villain. I think, probably. You know, I don't care about saving people.
So let's start off talking about the main bad guy, quote unquote, the Imperium of Man.
All right. The Imperium of Man.
The Imperium of Man is the main empire of the human race. All of humanity
He's got, like,
is
cowboy
under this
pants.
one flag called the Imperium. And about 10,000 years ago, there was a man. He was the Emperor of mankind, a 10-foot-tall psychic demigod who led humanity across the stars to colonize tons and tons of worlds.
Oh, this is Metroid Prime music?
Superhuman soldiers.
Nice.
And really bring humanity to a new age. This man, the Emperor of Mankind, was a psyker. And a psyker is like a magician of sorts. In the world of 40K, there is the warp, the immaterial.
It does
kind
fit.
of like hell, but sort of like a purgatory dimension of hell. And a psyker is someone who can take that power and manifest it through their mind to use it to do stuff. Like witchcraft stuff, magician stuff, spells, and lots of other things, but we don't want to get too into that. The Emperor, big boy psyker.
There's
top
wizards.
tier, A+, maybe even S. Now, the Emperor created a bunch of sons. Yes, created a bunch of sons known as the Primarchs. He created 18 Primarchs to have them lead all of the different legions.
That's a lot of sons.
To the different stars and planets to help colonize and bring it
Yeah,
out.
space wizards.
These Primarchs are basically like little versions of the Emperor. Not all of them are psychers, but a lot of them are very, very powerful, and they lead his special Space Marine legions. Then this big clusterfuck happened called the Horus Heresy, where the Emperor's favorite son, the Primarch, Horus, ended up joining Chaos and leading 9 of the 18, half
There's
of
so
his
many.
Primarchs directly to Earth to fight down the Emperor himself. Now, if you want to know what Chaos is, remember what I mentioned earlier? The warp.
So wait, he betrayed the Emperor? I'm trying to follow to the best of my ability. Okay. Gotcha.
That immaterium, the hellish place, in there relies the 4 chaos gods. Imagine like Satan and 3 other Satans. The warp being kind of evil, those chaos gods, that's the reason. And so those
Wait, can we go back a frame? That chaos god on the bottom right looks kind of mommy. She has a nice design. Yeah, I'll keep my eye on her. Emily, no, do not say that. Wait, am I gonna regret this? Good taste? Oh, okay. You can't fix her? Maybe I don't want to fix her. I think she's lost. Ooh. Okay. Sheesh. Oh, we will get to it later. I'm excited. Now this is, yeah, I want to learn about the gods. They seem kind of cool. But where is the segs? If it's all test tube babies. How do people enjoy anything? Okay, maybe I'm derailing. Maybe I'll learn.
The warp being kind of evil, those chaos gods, that's the reason. And so those chaos gods manipulated Horus, and then Horus helped manipulate all 8 other Primarchs to lead this giant coup directly on the Emperor on Earth. And they...
You know the future is grim when there's no more segs, you know? Anyway.
Fucked up shit. After this huge civil war, Horus died, but not before brutally wounding the Emperor.
Oh.
And right at the end of his
Rip
life,
Horus.
they put the Emperor on this large golden throne on Earth, in which he is now alive, just barely, but slowly rotting away, powering something called the Astronomicon, so long as he stays alive, and is fed 1,000 people a day.
A day? That wow, he requires a lot to survive.
Astronomicon is like the North Star. If you want to do interstellar travel in 40K, you need to pass through that demonic warp I mentioned earlier. But how do you know where you're going? Well, the Emperor is there putting a nice little navigator right there. He helps navigate you to know where you're going. If you want to go from Earth to some crazy solar system across the way, you need to go through that warp, and then you need to know where you're going, go through there, and pop your way out. It's like doing nether travel in Minecraft, so you can shorten the distance between going to areas.
I don't play Minecraft, I don't know.
So long as the Emperor is alive and being fed 1,000 people a day to stay alive, you can do that. The moment he dies, interstellar travel's gone for all of humanity.
Oh.
You're so boned. Now, since the Horde...
Oh, yeah, I was just about to ask, why are they desperately trying to keep him alive? And then, yeah, okay, he answered my question. No interstellar travel would suck. Yeah, okay, I see.
Years ago, the Imperium has fallen from grace substantially. All technology has started to dwindle and die. There is now giant fundamental religious extremists that now believe the Emperor of Mankind was a deity, a true living god, which is probably the last thing the Emperor would have wanted to be remembered for. So now you have this thing called the Ecclesiarchy, which is this giant church entirely devoted to spreading the good word of the Emperor. He is now the Holy Emperor God, the God Emperor of mankind, and all of the Imperium has taken up worshiping him to the fullest extent and killing anything that isn't humanity in his name.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, pretty much functions as a guide for interwarp travel. I see. The Emperor protects. He's their god and protects them. Okay. Can't they get another wizard to travel through space? I don't know. You take a shortcut through hell, and Emperor eats 1,000 souls a day to be the hell lighthouse. Emuri dayon! Did you know that the clips here are all taken from my streams? So if you like to catch me real time or see everything, be sure to subscribe to my main channel! Please and thank you! Now sit back and enjoy the rest of the video! Man, watch Orb before this is pretty funny. Oh! Yeah! Dude, I've read the manga for Orb. Yeah. Chi, right? In Japanese it's called Chi. Chikyu no Undo ni Tsuite. It's really good. I need to watch the anime. I was listening to the opening earlier. Nando demo, sakebu, kono kunai yo, no kaiju, yeah, so good. It's so good. Anyway, oh, the things people will do.
Imperium has this futuristic gothic tone to it and a hefty religious zealotry to them. If you think anything against the Emperor, that's heresy and you deserve to die. That is called being a heretic.
Yeah.
Heretics die in 40K.
Being a heretic is not good because they will come after you, you know? Yeah, just like Orb for real. Now I see the connections.
No such thing as freedom of religion. There's no such thing as freedom of speech so long as you are against the Emperor. There is no such thing as any kind of tolerance. Everyone is a religious zealot. Some more than others. But no matter what, you're preaching that good word. So right now, everyone in humanity is trying to expand their empire across the stars. If you are a heretic, someone who doesn't believe in the Emperor, you are deserving of death. If you believe in the Chaos Gods, you are also a heretic and you deserve death. If you are an alien race of any kind, you are a filthy Xenos and you deserve death as well. So long as the murder continues and humanity expands, the Imperium of Man is very, very happy. However, the largest fighting force of this Imperium is my personal favorite faction, and the first faction we will discuss, the Astra Militarum, or also known as the Imperial Guard.
I meant watching before this is pretty funny. Yeah. I think I understood what you meant. The Emperor is a super powerful psyker, so his psychic presence is massive, and other psykers use that presence to navigate through the war. Oh, so I guess like not anyone could just be the Emperor. All right, let's learn about the Imperial Guards.
Now, man. You finished? That's it, man. Game over, man.
The Imperial Guard is the main fighting force of the Imperium, and in a world of horrifying creatures, galactic monstrosities, the literal demons themselves breaking through the fabric of time to kill you, the Imperial Guard are untold billions of regular men and women wearing modern day like flak armor with a laser rifle. This is
okay. Suggesting there can be another emperor is heresy. Oh, yeah. I don't know. What if the emperor being irreplaceable is emperor propaganda? Fits the lore. It does. But yeah, suggesting there can be another emperor is heresy.
Humble lasgun, the main weapon of the Imperial Guard. It fires superheated plasma lasers at an extremely fast fire rate. It is reliable, never jams. It can blow off limbs, giant holes in concrete. It is overall an extremely devastating weapon.
Lasers are OP.
In modern day.
I learned from Gundam.
One of the weakest in the 40K universe.
Oh,
yeah,
what?
A laser rifle that never jams, it could blow off limbs. One of the weakest weapons.
What?
That's the world we're in right now.
What else do they fight
who
with?
Cares? Because the Imperial Guard has, in each battle, 500,000 of these men and women. 30,000 large armored tanks, 10,000 artillery batteries. The Imperial Guard wins
bigger
through
lasers,
sheer numbers and firepower.
I see.
They kind of have this World War I, World War II style aesthetic with legions of guardsmen as well as high company commanders and generals on the field.
Yeah, I do see the aesthetic. There's actually a faction that uses mecha in this universe. Which faction? Ooh. Pew pew. Yes, pew pew time.
With them and multiple kinds of troops. A normal Imperial Guard battle starts off with artillery, long lines of artillery, cracking the crust of the planet underneath the enemy's feet. And as this barrage continues, hundreds of thousands of guardsmen, a sea of guardsmen surges forward, firing and charging at everything possible while the planet rumbles as tanks roll up behind them.
Yeah, this is war. Yeah, this really is World War I trench warfare, suicide charges at enemy trenches vibe. Yeah, I have a question. Where is all this art from? Is it like from the games? Is it official? Like I don't know where the art comes from. Yeah. I'm just wondering because there's so much art. Yeah, it's official arts. The rule books come with art. Oh, it's from the rule books. Okay. Yeah, I was like, where does it come from? Oh, the model kits come with it too from the manuals and such. Official rule books. Oh, okay. And promo materials. Gotcha. Cool. From the books and games. Gotcha.
Ships block out the sun and tanks block out the dirt with the steps and hoof prints of millions of guardsmen. It is through numbers and sheer sundering firepower. They are the first and last line of defense for the Imperium and make up a huge bulk of the battles. The Imperial Guard is also made up of tons of different kinds of regiments. The Catachin jungle fighters live in a death world that's more hospitable than almost any firefight they'll ever get into. So they just have this steroid-looking, giant knife, Rambo Predator-looking sons of bitches where nothing is anywhere near as scary as a simple knight on their home planet. planet. You have the Valhallan Winter Soul.
Yeah, these guys all look very like human, quote unquote, you know? Cause I know like there's gonna be like other factions that are like very like alien like, but yeah, these guys are very human. Because they are human, I think.
Soldiers who haven't felt their toes in 300 years, the Mordian Iron Guard, who are more interested in making their shoes shine than actually fighting a battle, and then of course the big one, the Cadians from Cadia. The biggest export of guardsmen in the entirety of the Imperium. You will fire your first gun at 5. You will disassemble and reassemble it at 10. You will have pounding artillery drills day in and day out at 15. And you'll fight your first swarm lord at 16.
Whoa! Fighting that thing at 16? I don't know, man. I'm scared. I don't want to die. I don't even want to see that thing. Cadia became Cadiant. What? Cadia exploded recently in the lore after fighting for ages against space demons. Oh, Cadia's gone. Oh, rest in peace, Cadia. The planet fell before the guard people said. Rest in peace. Hey, Mia knows about Cadia. Yeah, I was like, why is he crying? So thanks for explaining, guys. That thing is a Tyrannid. Essentially, they make xenomorphs from alien look like preschoolers. I'm scared of the Tyrannids.
And if you mention Cadia, you will burst into an unrelenting amount of tears and sadness like I do daily.
I'm so sorry, Cadia.
I have at my command an entire battle group of the Imperial Guard. 50 regiments including specialized drop troops, stealthers, mechanized formations, armored companies, combat engineers, and mobile artillery. Over 500,000 fighting men and 30,000 tanks and artillery pieces are mine to command. Emperor, show mercy to the fool that stands against me, for I shall not. The Imperial Guard are my personal favorite faction in 40k. They're the army I collect the most, the ones I enjoy playing the most, and the one I enjoy in the lore sense a lot. There's something about just a regular man with a laser rifle being told to charge the horrors of this universe and willingly doing so for his god emperor. It's just...
I see. I can see why a lot of people like them. Yeah. It's always so funny to see someone reacting to Warhammer. I'm just like, I am lost. But also, yeah, the videos make you a bit easier to follow. My brother's done Warhammer model kits, but he's thinking of moving to Gunpla, less expensive. Yes, come to Gunpla. Yes, come to us. Yeah, Gunpla's fun.
Poetic. They actually represent the main Imperial Guard tactics pretty well. Large amounts of artillery that doesn't require a line of sight, lots of tanks, tons of infantry, drop troops, and gunships. Overall, they're pretty similar to how they sound, though a little bit expensive to collect, unfortunately. And they don't hit...
I like the little commander there. with his hat and, you know, gun and sash. It's painted very well.
They have a bit of a bad aim, but you don't really care because you're just drowning them in shots. However, if you want more accurate fire and specialization, we can move on to talk about Space Marines.
Ah! Yeah, I know the Space Marines. Yeah. They kind of look like mech-like. Wait, is that what you guys meant when you said the mech faction? Is it the Space Marines? All right, let's watch.
The Angels of Death are up next. Space Marines are genetically engineered super soldiers and superhumans. They're given extra organs, their skin tissue is toughened, their bones are stronger, they're taller than the average person. They're pretty massive people. And these are the specialized super soldiers that carry out a lot of the more specific tasks for the Imperium.
Captain America style,
and there's tons of legions of them. In fact, there's one per Primarch. Each Primarch, the Emperor's son, as I mentioned before, oversees their legion of Space Marines. The genetic upgrade they get is based on the genes of said Primarch. It's something called a gene seed. That's what brings them up to this like superhuman level. As stated, each Primarch has their own legion. Robot Girly Man has the Ultramarines, Jagatai Khan has the White Scars, Rogel Dorn has the Imperial Fists, Corvus Corax has the Raven Guard.
They
There's
all
a whole
look
bunch
bulky.
of other side sections that are also also extremely interesting and have a little bit more of a twist on the average Space Marines, which we will discuss in a bit. Humorously enough, I don't have a whole lot to say about...
So they're all like variations of the Space Marines? Which color do you want your Space Marine to be, Emuri? I'd probably want like a deep green, just because I like green. But I don't know, red is cool too. Green? Yeah, I'm thinking an emerald green would be nice. Oh no, wait, why? Why? Oh no. Salamanders? Oh, is that what they are? Base salamanders? Salamanders for the win? So there's like a Space Marine for each color, I'm assuming. And green will be salamanders? Oh, she's a salamander! You know, I don't hate the sound of that. Salamanders of blood angels. Salamanders or blood angels. Oh, so are blood angels red? Oh, dark angels are green too. Okay. You'll love the salamanders. Ooh, exciting. You picked a good color. Yeah, salamanders are like the Shiro Emiya of the universe. Very nice people. Really? Oh my gosh. Let's go. People die when they're killed. I love Shiro Emiya. Therefore, I should like the salamanders, right? She's cooking with good taste. Ooh, okay. Is he gonna get into it? I want to learn about them now. You guys are making me curious. I want to learn about them now.
Space Marines. They're superhumanly fast. In fact, it's been said that nothing that large should move that quick. These men in power armor moving at blazing fast speeds. Their reflexes are faster. Their skin is tougher. They are overall just extremely powerful soldiers. In fact, where they differ comes down to which Space Marine Legion we're talking about. For instance, the Ultramarines done by Robot Gilliman are the main blue boys. Strong in almost every way.
I won't be able to pronounce anything.
Group that are a little bit too strong, and that's a lore problem, but
I think these
the
are the guys I
White
saw.
Scars by Jagatai Khan are all about speed freaks, go fast. We're talking attack bikes.
Oh,
we're talking
the bikes.
land speeders. You want to go in quick.
The bikes are really cool. I like the big tires.
Hit them hard. You want them to be swarming around like buzzflies. Buzz saws.
Buzzsaws.
With the speed of buzz saws. Fuck you, Pale King.
What? I don't get the Hollow Knight reference. Salamanders are big and pyromaniacs. Ooh, burn it all, let's go. They're nicer to humans than most Marines. Okay.
Love fire. Fire in the forge, fire in battle. Flamer.
Is this green guy, is he a salamander? Wait, is this the guy? Yeah, he's got like fire. Yeah, that's salamander there on the screen. Yeah, he's got his gigantic blowtorch. No, I guess that's not a blowtorch. It's like a gigantic blowtorch. That is a flamethrower. Yeah, burn baby burn. Okay, yeah, I think I like them. It's a Zaku man. You know, I kind of see the resemblance. That's fun.
Melta guns, multi-meltas. Just so long as something can be burning, that's big. And they're also actually some of the nicest of the Space Marines. A lot of Space Marines have this kind of like holier than thou thing because of their genetic strength. However, the Salamanders tend to put human lives above the lives of themselves, which is actually rather rare. They're also all black, but not like just regular black, like 2 a.m. line at a White Castle black. Like they have a charcoal, dark, ashy exterior and blazing red eyes. Whoa. Apparently something about living on their home planet of Nocturne, which I don't know if that makes much sense, but who cares? This is like fantasy land anyway. Overall, Salamanders are actually one of my personal favorite legions because they're just really cool. They're
fun likes them too. I didn't know that. Okay.
To play as because of all their flamer weapons, and they have a nice, like, more heartwarming lore as opposed to being super evil like everyone else is.
Okay.
Oh my god, we're not even a quarter of the way through the Space Marine Legions. Imperial Fists believe in the power of the siege and defensive positions. Raven Guards, master of stealth and sabotage.
What were those freaky looking angels? What the heck is that? Okay, I guess it's not an angel, but like the little baby flying like in the top right? What the heck is that? What the heck is that? What are babies like in this universe? Are babies a thing? Like servo babies? You don't want to know? Oh, we don't talk about those. Oh, okay. I will not ask The Imperial Fists are Miwa-bel's favorite legion. Oh, thanks for letting me know. Miwa-senpai.
Believe in the power of the siege and defensive positions. Raven Guards, master of stealth and sabotage while having bird helmets. Iron Hands, masters of machines and vehicles while being really goddamn good at being sold on eBay after one nerf. Space Wolves, Vikings and wolves, tons of wolves and axes, battle axes, fur everywhere.
That's
Space
cool.
Wolves, angry.
The furries.
Big teeth, blood angels, the genetic defect to make them want to drink blood and go crazy, called the Red Thirst. They have
they drink blood? Oh, no wonder they're called blood angels. I thought it was just like a color thing because they're like red. Oh, that's very interesting.
Wings and stuff.
The vampires.
It's a little bit strange, and they are all super gay for Sanguinius. Dark Angels are old school knights and inner circle.
Who's Sanguinius? Wait, I need to see that guy again. Yeah, that checks out. I mean, look at him. He's like a pretty boy, right? He's like a bishonen. Yeah. Oh, he's the Primarch who founded them but died. Oh. Yeah, honestly, if that was my Primarch, I'd probably be pretty loyal too. Yeah, I see the vision, right? Yeah, the Blood Angels are into BL because of Sanguinius. Based.
Sanguinius. Dark Angels
are the angel / vampire daddy. Ooh.
Old school knights and inner circle theme and...
Oh.
Are you a heretic?
Me? No, never. Once in a blue moon, I know.
Death Watch, a fancy anti-Xenos group that nobody plays because Death Watch and look cool though, but no one plays them. I don't know about Death Watch. They're there though. Black Templars, for the people who, if you haven't prayed at least 3 times a day, you're gonna start praying out that airlock. And I'm sure there's some other chapters I may have missed as well, like Crimson Fist and stuff. But those are the main ones right here. Here. Quote from the Emperor himself. They shall be my finest warriors, these men who give of themselves to me. Like clay I shall mold them, and in the furnace of war I shall forge them. They shall be of iron will and steely sinew. In great armor I shall clad them, and with the mightiest weapons shall they be armed. They will be untouched by plague or disease, no sickness shall blight them. They shall have such tactics, strategies, and machines that no foe will best them in battle.
By plague or disease.
They are my bulwark against the terror. They are my defenders of humanity. They are my space marines, and they shall know no fear. And on the tabletop, they fuck. Oh, they fuck hard.
They look so cute.
Video, Space Marines are laughing.
It's funny because you see them in the art and they look like terribly menacing, and then like the tabletop versions are like kind of cute. Like they're not exactly chibis, but like you know, they just got like, you know, those proportions. Yeah, they look kind of more cute.
Strong. That might change at some point, but overall, Space Marines just have it's like a Swiss Army knife. A tool for anything you need, except it's like a gold-plated Swiss Army knife. It is extremely strong. If you are actually getting into the tabletop of Warhammer, Space Marines are a great start. Also, whatever gameplay style you have, whether you want to be sit back with long range and heavy weaponry, go fast and run in, or even just full melee, all of these options are totally there for you. Space Marines are super badass, but unfortunately, it's time we start praying to our new god, the 2011 Honda Civic.
What? Untouched by plague or disease, but then Death Guard? Oh, can Death Guard touch them? Adeptus Mechanicus, my god. Oh, this is the mech guys? Oh, wait, let's go, mech!
Any wonder people are afraid of technology.
Technology! The Adeptus Mechanicus. The Adeptus Mechanicus are a technophile cult on Mars.
Nice legs.
Now, these people are a little bit weird because they don't actually really believe in the Emperor of Mankind.
Mars.
And you might think, oh, whoa, Berkey, that sounds like some heresy. A little bit. They believe in the Emperor. They believe in his power, but they don't pray to him. They pray to something called the Omnissiah.
What? And that thing looks kind of freaky, not gonna lie. I should probably not say it's freaky because I'll be a heretic. No, they're not the mech guys. They're the robot guys. Oh, it's different. Oh, why don't they just put a Honda Civic on the throne if it's such a god? I guess they don't have Honda Civics in in year 40,000. They're fairly closely related to the mecha guys. A lot of these factions have a level of overlap. Gotcha. Yeah. Mostly cyborgs. Oh.
Omnissiah is this kind of machine god that they believe permeates in all machines. And if you think, well, wait a minute, they believe in a different god as well? That sounds like super heresy. Well, yes-ish, but they also make all your guns, and they make all your tanks, and they make everything that you have.
Oh.
So
they make all the weapons? They're the cyborg biotech horror questionable morality in the pursuit of science, guys. Oh, wait, that's really interesting. Also, that's a big guy in the background. Like, I thought it was a building for a second, but I think is that a guy? Yeah, I think that's a guy. That's one of the Imperial mecha. Oh, it's a mecha. Yeah, he looks huge. He looks like a whole ass building.
Can't really tell them to fuck off, because you're not gonna win nothing if you don't got stuff to
an
shoot
absolute
people
unit.
with. See, their Omnissiah, this makes sense from their standpoint. They believe it to be a deity that permeates through all machines. Your Honda Civic, your standard bolt gun, your Dune Strider Walker, your giant mechs, your huge ships. The Omnissiah is present through all. And the only reason your stuff works is because the machine's spirit in it says it works. If you want your gun to work, your tank to run, you must pray to it.
Oh.
And I mean full stop. You need to
Hey, it's like Bleach, where like the swords are like sentient, you know. you have to talk. You have to speak to your sword for it to listen to you, you know.
Start chanting in high Gothic. You need to burn incense. You need to sit on your knees and pray to that car. You need to rub oil on your robes, and you need to go ahomina, homina, 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 homina. Full stop. If you want your damn thing to work, if you want your gun to fire, you need to do that. They are very bizarre, and they actually have a bit of a point because it's obviously working. And if you look at them, I don't know how that works, so they obviously know something about
They
what
look
they're
so
doing.
freaky.
The most notable member of the Adeptus Mechanicus is Archmagos, Magos, whatever, Belisarius Call. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Yeah.
He's
This is the group
a
we're talking
big dude.
about. These are these weirdos. Here, the Omnissiah Creed.
He looks like a mad scientist, you know, that experimented on his body like crazy. They basically lost a lot of information about why stuff works during the apocalypse, and Adeptus Mechanicus formalized maintenance and construction of machines as rituals. Oh, so that's why they don't know. Flesh is weak. Yeah, who needs flesh? Me reading out prayer to make my toast in the morning. You have to pray to your toaster. Imagine Space Marines shouting "Bankai" before every engagement. Honestly, I mean, sorry, you know, the weeb in me, the anime otaku in me is like, oh my gosh, it's just like Bleach for real. I'm so sorry. I'm like a huge like anime otaku, right? So like for me, like everything like I've kind of like delved into in terms of hobbies until now were like anime related. So like this is why like this is very interesting to me, and I've like never really like engaged with it before, is just because it like isn't like related to anime. yeah. It's new.
The credo, Omnissiah. There is no truth in flesh, only betrayal. There is no strength in flesh, only weakness. There is no constancy in flesh,
Flesh weak.
only decay. There is no certainty in flesh, but death. Flesh is weakness, flesh is death. The Omnissiah is the god of the machines, and if you wish to be whole, if you wish to be holy, if you wish to give unto him, you must saw down your limbs and remove.
Yeah, abandon your flesh. And this is where the anime otaku in me goes like, oh my god, it's just like Galactic Railroad 3-9, you know? Oh yeah, Ghost in the Shell too. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of sci-fi stuff that's like this, you know? Yeah, Galaxy Express. Sorry. Yeah, I'm getting my stuff mixed up. Yeah, Galaxy Express 39. That's what I meant. Yeah. Thank you for correcting me. I don't even know what I said, but that's whatever I said. Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant Galaxy Express 39.
Your organs and replace them with mechanical parts because that is what he wants, and that is how you will
And that ship
become
is cool.
enlightened.
The spaceship.
Hard technophiles mixed with religious extremism. Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, for their army side of things, they are with the Scutari. The Scutari operate with very bizarre weaponry and lots of different kinds of vehicles, tanks, and different people in between. They're very weird, but they have extremely wacky and enjoyable, and in fact quite effective, both in the real game and in the lore, weaponry and gear. Overall, as an army on the table,
I find it interesting, right? Okay, I find it interesting that they're like all, you know, like all about like the machinery and like mechanical like limbs and stuff, but they're wearing clothing, you know, like why are they, I know it's probably, I don't know, is there like a reason they're wearing that, or it's just like decoration, you know? I mean, I guess like, you know, it looks nice. Oh, they're priests too, so like even if they're robots, you know, they gotta wear these like religious robes. Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was just like, why are they wearing clothing? Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
real game and in the lore, weaponry and gear. Overall, as an army on the tabletop, they're very weird and have a whole bunch of different shenanigans, but if you like kind of that quirky, wacky techno thing, I'd give them a pickup. Hell, they're so paranoid. I gotta keep going. They're so paranoid and crazy. These Dune Striders you see right here, one guy was able to make them work. One guy, and he died. And they're so scared they'll never work again that they keep
That's a
them
tall
on.
guy.
And they never turn them off, and they run around in a circle the whole time until they need them, and then they corral it and they go into battle. Yep. The Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, if you want to talk about
Adeptus
faith,
Mechanicus.
though, let's talk about the Sisters of Battle.
Ooh.
A simp has fallen for an e-girl in Lego
Wait, a simp. I was about to say, hey, yo.
City.
The Sisters of Battle.
Hey, yo. I like the hair. Girls. Hey, yo, is this where we get the bishojos? I am interested. The battle nuns? Ooh, okay. OMG, woman! Woman! Woof, woof.
The Adeptus Sororitas, if that's how I pronounce it correctly, is an all-female group of battle sisters going through the ecclesiarchy section.
You
of
have my
the
attention.
Imperium. The ecclesiarchy is, of course, the church. This is, imagine a private army of the church, which is scary. And it is. The sisters are an extremely zealotous force, and they take this to a full extreme. They believe in three main things: faith, martyrdom, and fire. Through the bolter, the flamer, and the melta, the Sisters of Battle are extremely potent at
Look, I like fire. Yeah. And also, that armor looks very nice. Yes. It's got nice curves.
taking out chaos and heretics, mainly heretics, because as they are a fighting section of the ecclesiarchy church, that's the big thing they want to kill. Any form of heretic will face the Emperor's justice through those three main weapons, the bolter, the flamer, and the melta, and they will do so with extreme prejudice.
I like the music.
They are the closest things we have to nuns in space. And I'm talking hardcore nuns.
Space nuns!
They carry holy fire on their backs. They have holy books and sigils all across their armor. Their main battle tank is a fucking pipe organ
What? That's a battle tank? Okay, that's really cool.
launcher. They have small babies that they have removed their brain capacity to make them little servant cherubs to fly around and give them ammunition and shit.
So that's what those were that I pointed out earlier. Oh, yeah, I did ask about the babies. Fly flying baby zombie robots is the standard. At least the tank was cool. Yeah, I don't know about the babies, but okay. Yeah, remember everyone is evil. True.
servant cherubs to fly around and give them ammunition and shit.
That's crazy.
They drop churches from low orbit as mini drop pods onto battles. They drop churches into battles and they blare war hymns and holy music from their frigates in low atmosphere and shower holy water across the battlefield. These are the people you are dealing with, and they're
sisters of battle showering holy water over me. Yeah, sure.
fucking awesome. They can literally stave off demons.
Okay, that thing is freaky.
On the tabletop, because their faith is that strong. Remember the warp, the demons from the warp? Well, the warp also manifests in your mind. All of your emotions, negative and positive, go through the warp. It's the immaterium, the place of all things. So if you are that mentally fortified, that mentally strong, you can stave off horrifying demons.
Wow. If you can think of a better way to carry ammo, Emuri, than a zombie baby robot, we'd like to hear it. I don't know. Zombie birds? I don't know. But like, why babies? I don't know. Like, I was thinking like carrier pigeons or something. But maybe the pigeons would die easily. Yeah, carrier pigeons, but for ammo. Okay, maybe the ammo will be too heavy. But like, it's not like babies can hold a lot too, right? Like, I don't know. I haven't thought about this. Where would I apply this, like, what would I use this knowledge for? I haven't thought about this.
And all these girls, not a crack in that mental armor.
Whoa.
Now, as much as a meme as they are, and as much as their models look a lot like Ongo the Bloglian, yeah, which I can't unsee anymore.
Now I can't unsee it.
I love their design.
Bro, I wasn't even thinking that, but now that he put the image there, I'm not gonna unsee it.
They're extremely cool. They're another army that I'm currently collecting. They just released a whole new line of figures very recently.
Dude, that organ tank figure goes freaking hard. I wonder how large that is. That goes so hard. And like, I know that you have to paint these. Like, whoever painted this did like a really good job. It's so badass. Yeah. Whoa.
And they look wonderful. Everything from Celestine, the living, literally undying saint, from the triumph of Saint Catherine, which is literally a funeral procession as a model. Those organ tanks I mentioned earlier.
Whoa.
This shit is the most over-the-top badassery in a lot of the Warhammer universe, and goddamn it is it over the top. But Sisters of Battle are so cool. While I'm a guardsman at heart, this is such a cool faction. By Bolter Shell, Flamer Burst, and Melta Blast, the mutant, the heretic, and the traitor alike are cleansed of their sin of existence. So it has been for 5 millennia, so shall it be until the end of time. And speaking of burning demons.
More burn. I like how he like slapped his paper down.
I can fight!
The Grey Knights are the first army I actually collected back in 7th edition. The Grey Knights are a super secretive and much more old school look at power armored knights, except they are all psychers. All of them have that crazy space magic magician shit.
Okay.
For every 100,000 guardsmen, there's 1 Grey Knight. For every 10,000 Sisters of Battle, there's 1 Grey Knight. For every 1,000 Space Marines, there's 1 Grey Knight. Grey Knights are the strongest of the strong, both in mental will and absolute just strength. These are Space Marines that are all high-level psychers, all of them able to specifically do one goal, and that is kill demons. The Emperor believed that the demons of chaos were the #1 threat to the Imperium, and he probably is right. However, this group is entirely based on doing that through a myriad of tactics. Coming from the planet, or I guess the moon of Titan in the Sol system, the Grey Knights are thrown through extremely rigorous training and are as clear of mind and soul as they possibly can be. Since the demons of the warp are the warp and your mind projects to the warp, people can go insane very fast, especially lower level psychers.
So like I'm already lost in terms of like the power level of everything. So he says these things are like really strong. So like, can we get much stronger? Like, is there like a I don't know, is there like a tier list in terms of like strongest, like, you know, Warhammer factions and stuff like that? Pro Demon Slayers. Yes, we can. Power levels are kind of anime in Warhammer 40k. They're strong comparatively. Yes, more are stronger. Oh boy. Oh, the strongest faction is the author's favorite faction. Yeah, they got the pro tag buff or whatever. They're the strongest depending on who the writer is. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, cause I'm like everyone seems like very strong. Oh, all right, let's go back.
These Grey Knights need to be able to harness the warp in the presence of demons and stay perfectly sane. One of their characters, one of my favorite characters, is named Castellan Crow. He has a demon blade, the black blade of Mahamahama, and he has to have it on him because it tempts everyone nearby, constantly beckoning them. Use my power, use my strength, suck my penis, whatever the possibility.
Whoa!
And so he has to keep it on him all the time as this thing whispers to him consistently, and he has to stave it off forever, being alone in his chambers or on the battlefield, because anyone who gets too close to it might be tempted a little too hard. He is that pure of heart and mind, and all.
Yeah, the Demon Blade stuff feels very anime. Kinda like it. All
the characters in the Grey Knights are basically like that. The only issue is that Grey Knights have a scorched earth policy, more ways than one. If they're fighting demons, demons corrupt and make people crazy. So if I'm a guardsman and I'm fighting demons and the Grey Knights arrive and they kill all the demons.
Hey yo, Bricky! Hey yo!
Fighting demons.
I see you, Bricky. He's trying to, he knows I'm a weeb. He's trying to keep me engaged. Yeah, Bricky knows what's up.
And the Grey Knights arrive and they kill all the demons. I'm a risk. And so guess who's not making it out of there? On the tabletop, they're very strike fast, strike hard kind of people. They teleport all around the place. They are fast strike groups, small amounts of models because they're so dang strong. You only have so many characters, but with it, you get in there, you're very tough, very tanky, you hit really hard, and you try to bounce around the battlefield quickly, but you don't have numbers, and so every dead Grey Knight hits really damn hard. They're fun, though, if you like that kind of fast-striking kind of army. Oh, and also, Caldor Drago is a thing. We're not even going to get into Caldor Drago. All right, that is, oh my goodness gracious. I am the hammer. I am the mail about his fist. I am the spear in his hand. Though we are lost, I am the shield on his arm. I am the flight of his arrows. I am the hammer.
Yeah,
I am the sword.
he knows
I
his
am the
audience.
shield. I am a soldier at the battle at the end
Anime
of
girl.
time. Grey Knights are pretty hardcore. They are as holy as you can get for a Space Marine. If you like Space Marines and you want to, you know that they're holy enough, you want to be holier?
Yeah, I want to be
And you want to be
super
holier
holy.
and big.
I want to be holy. I want to be glowing. Also, whoa, this guy looks menacing.
Let's talk Imperial Knights.
Oh, Imperial Knights!
Do you like gigantic walkers the size of homes or medium size?
Jesus. That is a big boy in the back. Chonky boy.
Buildings Do you want to kill heretics, but you want to kill like 40 of them?
Yeah,
per
kill the
turn?
heretics.
Do you want a gigantic old school knight noble house style of walkers with giant chainsaw arms? Then you got Imperial Knights. Imperial Knights, it's not a whole lot to talk about them because they're just gigantic walkers, but they have this old school like house feel to them, like literally like they're houses. Each Imperial Knight comes from a house, and each of them act in their own special way. These behemoth of walkers also destroy almost everything in their path, killing full swaths of squads in a couple shots, stepping on legions of troops. Like, these things do not mess around, and they look so cool. Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights, actually, for that matter, don't have a whole lot to discuss. They're just super big, heavy walkers, and they look different depending on your house or Chaos God you currently believe in. And overall, these things are just really cool if you want to murder everything in your path.
I like that. I like the like snowy background, but then like the burning, you know, character in the foreground.
They're the big, scary, big unit of Warhammer, and if you want to collect them, go to town.
Yeah,
They're good for a
purge.
great painting project too. Game over back down to earth.
Purge.
Let's talk something about a little bit different, a little more gold.
Oh, okay.
If guardsmen are regular
Gold
soldiers,
boys. I like gold.
Space Marines are super soldiers, Grey Knights are super soldiers, the Adeptus Custodes are super soldiers.
This is giving me like, oh my god, this is giving me like Spartan vibes, maybe a little.
Cubed. The Adeptus Custodes are the third major army I own. I know, 3 armies. I know, I got carried away, okay? But that's all. I only have 3, okay? They are our final brand of Space Marines, but these ones are super special, okay? If
Wait, we're still on Space Marines? I didn't even know we were still on Space Marines. Oh! What? Okay. Yeah, I could see why the Imperial Guards are popular. You know, the big chunky boys. Chunky mechs. Wait till we get to the Chaos Marines. Oh boy. They're technically Space Marines. Technically. Gotcha. Wait till we get to the Chaos Marines. Grey Knights, Space Marines, and Custodes are basically Space Marine factions. Oh.
A Guardsman is 6 foot, a Space Marine is 7 feet, a Custodian is 8 feet. These are the giant defenders of Holy Terra, which is also Earth. Earth is Terra.
Okay.
Themselves. These are the people that literally guard the Emperor's throne room. Hence, Custodes. These boys protect the Emperor's throne room at all times and are literally like handcrafted people. They're not humans brought up by a gene seer or something. These are all handcrafted super soldiers. I think from a tube. These behemoth.
So they're like customs. Like each one is a custom. I don't know.
Men are like 8 feet, 8.5 feet tall, and functionally immortal. They stand still, spear in hand, for hundreds of years.
Functionally
without the
immortal.
need to sleep and barely even the need to eat. Watching over the throne room and every other area of Holy Terra for their entire purpose in life. And oh my lord, are they terrifying. These Custodians put Space Marines to shame. If you liked your super soldiers, these are your super mega soldiers. One of these men can take on probably 3 Space Marines and most likely win. There are many different groups of
okay, like they're like now that they're like uber strong. Like they're functionally immortal or whatever. Yeah, I am so lost in terms of the power levels. Oh my gosh. Also, yeah, nice pants, Freaky. Nice pants.
Custodians as well, like the Solar Watch, or there's also one of my personal favorite, the Aquilian Shield. The Aquilian Shield go out to seemingly unimportant individuals and protect them because they believe that they are going to be doing something very important in their lives. For instance, let's say a regular guardsman gets the protection of this giant 8.5 foot tall golden god because that guardsman will end up becoming a general one day or something of that nature. The Custodians work in mysterious ways and are almost always outnumbered but never outmatched. These people are pretty horrifying, both on the tabletop as well as in the lore. There are very few of them, however, and there's actually an extremely small amount of them. But that's kind of the point. There's only so many of these people that can have war gear this strong, weapons this powerful, and training this good. And the Custodians have all three of it. For 100 years, I stood my watch amidst the somber shadows of the Sanctum Imperialis. I was still as a statue, but always ready, always attuned to dangers unseen. Days, months, years passed by in a frenzied blur beyond those walls, yet within, little moved and nothing changed. For 100 years, I did not but wait, yet had any threat appeared, I would have struck it down in a heartbeat. For 100 years, I stood my watch,
100 years.
and as it ends, I can tell you this, patience is a weapon.
Oh,
The
boy.
Custodians are the top
They are resilient. Yeah. 100 years.
dogs of the Imperium, and they hurt just that same way. Though I do
Pretty sure one custodian took, is it custodian custode? Sorry, took out half an armada of Black Templars before dying. Oh, wow. Okay. Jeez.
want to discuss a little bit about the Sisters of Silence before we get out of here, because the Sisters of Silence I also have a few of, and they're really fun, but they don't get enough attention. They're eggheads. They're eggheads. Oh, booba, booba, but egghead. I didn't even notice the booba until you pointed it out. Like I was so fixated on their heads that I did not see the booba. Yeah, I was like bald. Kind of bald plume ladies are a whole group of pariahs, or also known as blanks. We'll be referring to them as blanks from now on. So as every mind is somewhat connected to the warp, these blanks are a genetic mutation that has it suppressed heavily. Because of that mind suppression, normal people feel this weird, like, uncomfortable nature when around them. When a Sister of Silence walks past them, you feel ill. You feel just uncomfortable and strange. So most of them don't actually live past childhood, because once they are birthed, they're, well, you know, killed or something at a very young age, because they just emit a horrifying aura. These ladies, however, are guardians of the throne as well for more psychic threats. See, none of the custodians are psychers, so they have a difficult time dealing with major demons and other kinds of psychic phenomena. These sisters are extremely specialized in it, all of them taking a vow of silence as they don't speak, hence the term Sisters of Silence, but they communicate through hand gestures.
Okay, that
and
makes a
things
lot
of
of
that
sense.
nature. But if there's a demon issue, if there's any kind of warp-based problem, the sisters are extremely adept at dealing with them, thanks to their blank gene. They normally work a lot of time with the custodians because they have to deal with both kinds of threats, but they're not represented that way on the tabletop. In fact, they only have like one real model for them, which is very unfortunate. I hope they'll get something new soon, because
So they're not that popular? Is that why they don't really have any kids?
I think they should really be working together as it is that way in the lore, but hopefully we'll get there soon. But if we're talking about
Let them cook.
blanks, let's talk assassins.
My precious power ring, gone forever.
It's been a long video. We're about to round it out. We got this and one more human thing, and then we're done. The assassins, though,
right.
the Officio Assassinorum.
How
Ooh.
far are we into the video? 40 minutes. Okay. We got you in there. Assassinorums. They're basically part of Custodes' army. They just don't really do anything but the one thing they do. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see why like that wouldn't be as like exciting. There's not a lot of directions to take them. I see.
Oh boy, these people are deadly. Yeah, they're called assassins. They should be, but oh man.
Oh yeah, and the Custodes are like the cream of the crop, but they're very few in numbers. That's to keep them from being like overpowered.
People will mess you up. So these are from the Officio
Though they're probably already
Assassinorum, a
overpowered.
very special organization, and they are handpicked by the Grand Master of the Officio Assassinorum from the, what was it called? Schola Progenium.
So many words.
It's basically an orphan school. Your parents got murdered by demons or something. You get sent to this, and you get trained to be whatever. Tempestus Drop Troop, an Inquisitor, maybe even.
Inquisitor?
Maybe you get a blank gene and you get thrown into the Sisters of Silence, or sometimes you just disappear. When you are taken, however, you go to one of 4 temples
Disappear.
because the Assassinorum works in the temple style of things. These temples are the Vindicare, Caluxus, Calidus, and Eversor temples. Let's start with the Vindicare. I'm far away. I've been sitting here for 3 weeks.
So what are they assassinating?
Poof! The Vindicare temple is the main sniper-based temple. Gigantic sniper rifles for all these assassins. Their whole point is to be able to be in a spot and sit there, eye and scope, for weeks, waiting for their perfect target, taking people out from literal miles away.
Wow. Whatever they're assigned to kill, human and xenos. Oh, okay. So it like depends. A lot of the words are just bastardized Latin. Gotcha. No wonder they sound kind of like Latin.
After extremely long time periods, the Vindicare temple is about precise, perfect aim. There have been reports of Vindicares being able to single out particular body parts from over 2-3 miles away. Temples in the head, the jugular, for instance, and been sitting there after weeks. And when they're ready, take that shot. Time is done.
That's powerful.
Packs them up. The Calidus temple, however,
The waiting
is a lot
game.
more about shape-shifting and deviant art.
Oh,
It's mostly a female-based one, or at least it seems.
Oh, okay, I see. We're back with more booba. They kind of look like the not the Custodes. The Sisters of Silence. Yeah, they look like the Sisters of Silence, but like not armored. Yeah, very similar.
To be, and this allows a lot of body augmentation for certain individuals to
They
be
look
able
like
to
Venom.
transmorph themselves and infiltrate areas.
Yeah, it's a
that are
top notch.
problems. These assassins will end up taking missions that take them years, 2-3 years, to infiltrate a heretical group and slowly work their way up, just to get enough time to put a bullet into the main target's head.
Everyone's built so different. Like that's crazy.
And then escape unharmed, or become the main target and sabotage it from within. These are all completely about deception, mind tricks, polymorphing, and everything in between.
Dedicated.
And, lots of drawings. The Eversor temple.
Gyat jump scare. Oh my god. Wow, they must be popular. It must be the tight suits, you know? People like those, right? Yeah. It's gotta be those skin tight looking suits. Reminds me of G Gundam as well. I was watching it today. Gets the imagination rolling.
One. The Eversor temple is about when you don't want anything to come back alive, friend or foe. You want it all dead. An Eversor is psychogenically conditioned with just psychotherapy and psychological torture to only feel violence, hatred, and anger.
Oh
it
my
does
God.
the Clockwork Orange style of thing of just making you forced to watch never-ending pain and misery
Oh my
and
God.
psycho
This sounds
conditioning,
terrible.
I guess is the term.
I mean,
And
everything
then they
sounds
pump
terrible.
you full of tons of psychedelic drugs,
Bruh.
and they cryo-freeze you.
What?
And then they drop you in an area where they just want to make sure everything is dead. And then you defrost, full of just all this insane, mind-boggling psychotherapy and psychedelic drugs, and you just go to town. Yeah, if you don't care if anyone comes back alive. You're like, all right, lost cause. Send them in. Finally, there's the most bizarre temple, the Caluxus temple. The Caluxus assassins are feared even among the other temples. So that blank gene, the people will go to the Caluxus temple with this as well. And this is where they can harness that to be massively anti-psyker or even just anti-regular people. They're seen with extreme fear and distrust among many, many people. They're described by the Eldar by quote as being pure evil. Imagine that uncomfortable feeling from
even
that
more
blank
evil.
gene I mentioned.
Pure evil.
And then imagine them being taught and given equipment to amplify it by 100. If normally regular people feel uncomfortable, now they are basically akin to being a siren wailing directly in your ear. And if you're a psyker,
Ugh.
Oh no. The sheer presence of a Custodes assassin is enough for you to tear your skin off. You will rather gouge your eyes out and rip your nails off than even being near this person. The Custodes assassin.
Jesus, all these machines of war, man. I mean, they're not like exactly machines, but like they're just all like built to like kill. You know? No wonder this universe is so dark and depressing.
Is when you want psychers to literally lose their minds, and they will go on their knees and ask you to gun them down because it is a suitable choice over being anywhere near you. The motto of that temple is, "That which is unknown and unseen commands the greatest fear." Now, for the tabletop, assassins aren't that special. You can call them in no matter what Imperium faction you are.
When Emuri tries to show us fate. Oh, are you talking about like the Clockwork Angel scene?
And they do a lot of work for themselves, but at the same time, they're very specialized and require a lot of finesse. And they work the way you generally want them to, though. You want to cause some distortion and weird stuff, you take a Custodes. You want to just murder swaths of infantry and then blow up Eversor. You want to kill that one guy, Vindicare, and if you have a lot of psychers, Custodes. It's a nice little, like, jack of all trades if you have a specific thing you want to kill. And you get to choose which is really fun. But now, let's talk about the last human faction. We can round this video out
for
before we do
humans.
part 2. The Inquisition.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about with them.
Yeah, I was very curious about the Inquisition when it was mentioned earlier.
On the subject of heresy!
Oh boy. Where do I even begin with the Inquisition?
Oh no.
Take
Yeah.
a
No one expects the Space Inquisition. I can only guess what, they're about with a name called the Inquisition,
Police you can think of. The KGB, the Gestapo, the CIA, FBI, any of these kinds of people. And then mark it up by about 10.
Mommy.
And give them the most power in the entire Imperium. No, you know what?
So they're the most powerful? Wait,
How
who's
about this? This right here. It's not just a quote. This is the Imperial motto.
There's too much
the
power.
Motto of the Inquisition. I apologize for my bad pronunciation. Innocentia nihil probat. Innocence proves nothing.
Whoa!
The most powerful organization in the Imperium.
Oh, not physical power, administrative power. Okay, my bad. Okay, they have tons of political power rather than physical. Oh.
The secret police, their #1 motto is innocence proves nothing. The Inquisition goes around like the secret police or like detectives to find
how she
issues
looks.
in the Imperium. And they have different ordos depending on which one we're talking about. The Ordo Hereticus, the Ordo Xenos, the Ordo Malleus, for instance, and a whole bunch of other
big
ones.
book.
Hereticus is obvious, they deal with heretics. Xenos tries to find alien threats,
Yeah.
and Malleus is demons.
Not guilty
they
means
all
guilty.
Have different specializations in what they're trying to
Then
go
who's
for
not
as
guilty?
this Inquisitor.
No one?
And that's what they're called, Inquisitors. Each of them, as an Inquisitor, has their own free reign to do as they wish. They may have a ship and a crew, and they go out to find problems and interrogate people a lot. They are above...
So they just like interrogate anyone, probably? If not guilty means guilty, then everyone's guilty, right? Except the Emperor? Yeah, once the Inquisitor accuses you, you're guilty. Gotcha. Oh no, you don't want to cross paths with them.
The law in every department over Space Marines. Now, the Space Marines might argue against them and stuff, and there might be a lot of blowback, but technically they are above them as Inquisitors.
Political
they
power.
are looking to investigate and figure out coups and cults and demonic incursions and possible Xenos issues like gene stealers or a new threat coming into an area. They're about learning that stuff and actually doing detective work. And memes aside, they're pretty good at it. The Inquisition having all of this power does make them a little bit power hungry and frantic sometimes. And yes, it is still a bad thing, but most of them are pretty good at their job. And they spend a lot of time being very diligent to make sure that all of these leads they follow are proper and correct. They're basically space detectives with just enormous power and sometimes a bit of a power complex. And we haven't even talked about Exterminatus yet. Exterminatus. Exterminatus is deeming a planet unfit to be saved. I deem that this planet is demon infested and taking it back will cost too many resources and is not worth it. I have now committed Exterminatus on this planet. I will now sign the death warrant of an entire Imperium planet as it is unfit to take and better to be destroyed than allow the enemy to hold it.
They can destroy planets.
This can mean saturation bombardment. This can mean cracking the planet's core and breaking it apart.
Oh my god.
Doesn't matter. Render this planet inhospitable to all life. Yes, the innocents proves nothing people are the only people who can choose this planet must die in its...
Oh my gosh, they can destroy planets! They have the power to order the literal death of a planet? That's crazy. Yeah, they just destroy the planet if it's too much trouble to fight over it. What? Okay.
Entirety. Yeah, you're playing the villain. Now, it is memed a lot, but most Inquisitors are very rare to do Exterminatus. Exterminatus is a very crazy thing. There's only so many worlds that you don't want to destroy all of them.
Yeah.
Now, naturally, with the memes aside, there are some people who are a little bit rough on this one. But most Inquisitors generally don't like to do Exterminatus a ton, but it is an option they have. And it's a crazy option when you think about it. Secret Police Inquisition are unfortunately not represented on the tabletop very much. You generally kind of put one in your army if you feel...
Oh, she's got heels. Cool. Yeah, nice hats and heels.
Like it. You have a couple special options there and some side content, but they're not really fleshed out very well, and personally they need a lot more stuff put in there, and they really need a lot more effort put into them. And they're not quite where I want them to be. Overall, the Inquisition makes for a lot of the best storytelling as well, because it's a little bit hard to talk about a big story of a whole bunch of Space Marines killing something, right? It's just a big battle story. It's not as interesting. Having that,
I really like this art. I like the style.
Intrigue and that moral dilemma that an Inquisitor has makes for a lot better media. And honestly, the more people do it, I think it's better, because then it adds a little more humanity to the Warhammer horrible, horrible grimdarkness. And
yeah, I quite like the designs too. They're interesting. I like the concept.
Wow, we just finished the humans. All right,
Yay!
Come back to part 2 when we talk about Chaos and Xenos, because we got to talk about the 4 Chaos Gods and all the Chaos Marine Legions and the Tau and the Necrons and the Orcs, and oh boy, we got a lot. I'll see you in part 2.
All right, let's go. Part 2 if it's out. In fact, it is out. Oh, okay, so that was just the humans. Oh my gosh, I'm actually very curious about the gods as well, so I might just dive right into it. It's like another hour. Yeah, we could probably do it today. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, the gods are wild. All right, that was the humans. Now we're gonna see the freaky ones in the next video. But I'm gonna take a short break. Bathroom break, maybe go get some water. You guys can go hydrate as well. I'll be right back. Yeah, maybe let's say 5 minutes ish. Yeah, thanks for sticking around, guys. Thanks for watching part 1. Yeah, see you when I get back for part 2. Yeah, bear me.